The Cotswolds, a perfect portrait for selling Britain abroad. In summer, out of hunting season, the hounds of the Vale of the White Horse are exercised early in the morning through the Gloucestershire town of Fairford. People first settled here in the Iron Age. 20 centuries later, in 1951, a new community arrived and set up camp on the hill on the outskirts of the town, the United States 3rd Air Force. The Americans left Fairford in 1964, but returned 7 years ago with their KC-135 Stratotankers, aircraft that can refuel other aircraft in the air, flying petrol pumps carrying up to 200,000 pounds of fuel. This is where I grew up. 30 years on, Fairford has hardly altered. The Americans were here then, introducing us country kids to the joys of hamburgers, Coke in bottles, and rock and roll. Quite a culture shock. Reveille, or reveille, as the Americans call it.
Present arms. Order arms. Bow face.
We say tomatoes, they say tomatoes. Minor differences explained to new arrivals at familiarization briefings.
It's a good assignment, a good place to be stationed, a good place to live. Get out and get to know the people. Get out and use your opportunity here to see the sights, but most important, to make friends off base. There are a lot of familiar things. Once your ear gets tuned, you'll find that we speak the same language and you won't have the language problem.
A nice one, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
It's mother and daughter, isn't it?
Yeah, they're mated with a pedigree West Island Terrier.
Oh. What part of the States do you come from, then?
I come from Iowa.
Iowa. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got a sister in Texas.
Yeah, it's over a little bit. But Texas is a lot warmer than Iowa.
So she tells me. So she tells me, yeah. Yeah, do you like that beer?
It's pretty good. Is this stuff stronger than American beer? It tastes a little bit stronger.
Oh, a lot stronger.
A lot stronger.
Stronger than American beer, yeah.
So, like, if I drink one of these, I'll have, like, drank 3 American beers.
Well, you can have 2.5 of them, and then you can drive.
There are differences. The British are very much like us, and they're in some ways a little different. Don't be obtrusive. Kind of calm yourself down a little bit and fit into the local pace of things.
Just leave some bits and pieces on the bottom.
You're living in a rural community. Remember that. It's not a big city out there, and the people are used to a relatively quiet and peaceful way of life. And we try to keep it that way as much as possible.
In April this year, 9 Stratotankers took off from Fairford to refuel the F-111s that bombed Libya. An event that made world headlines and caused an international crisis seems to have hardly touched the people of Fairford. John Harrington is water bailiff for the local estate handling 4.5 miles of fishing rights.
It's a good life. It's beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. Ideal. People pay money to do this, don't they? I do this for work.
I do remember as a kid there would be fishermen who paid a lot of money with their flies and their rods.
Yes.
Way upstream, spending hours.
Yes.
But there were little patches if you were a kid with a bit of bread.
That's
that
right.
you could sort of get them quite easily.
There's still those. Still plenty of those. Yes.
Carry them home in dock leaves, I think.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's ideal dock league, isn't it? Comes in very handy for a lot of things.
You've done it too, haven't you?
Yes, done it too. Tickling them, yes. Yes, very handy sort of thing.
Do you feel at peace with this place?
Very much so. It's very, very soothing, especially the sound of the water. A lot of people come here and, you know, they say, oh, how do you get used to it? But it's very easy to get used to. Very easy. So, I think it's just sort of, it sends you to sleep after a while, once you do get used to it.
Except when you hit a log.
Oh, I think